Hi, this is Solvei from Quantum Body and Mind, and today I want to talk about hormones of stress, and I want to talk about what happens in our nervous system and how we can counterbalance the severe effects of stress. Now, in order to understand this and to truly understand how you can shift it, I need to go into a little bit of detailed explanation, but I'll make it as interesting for you as I can. When we talk about the nervous system, we all hear about it, but we're not always fully aware of what this entails. Your nervous system is divided in two parts. There are many parts, but the main two are the central nervous system, which runs from the brain down your spinal cord. And then you have the peripheral nervous system, which runs from the brain stem through your spinal cord and out into the periphery of your body, your arms, your legs, and the extremities of your body. Now, residing within both those two nervous systems is something called the autonomic nervous system. The autonomic nervous system, think of it as the automatic nervous system. It's what controls all the things that you're not consciously controlling. Your body has naturally the intelligence to take care of those things for you, like your pulse, like your body temperature, the enzymes that kick in order to break down and digest food, all these things that happen without you making it happen. That is your autonomic nervous system. Now, within your autonomic nervous system, we're making kind of a triangle here. Within your autonomic nervous systems, you have two divisions. You have something called the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. And why this is important is because when we have an overactive sympathetic nervous system, that means we are under tremendous stress. Now, stress comes in many forms. The sympathetic nervous system basically is another name for the fight and flight response, the instinct of feeling threat and wanting to take action because of that threat. Now, this threat in the old days could have been a lion getting ready to try and eat you. But in today's world, it could be your boss yelling at you. It could be an email you get that just shuts down your body, makes your breath start to go faster. It heats up your body temperature, your heart rate goes faster. It has a response in your body. This is the sympathetic nervous system that's kicking into action. Parasympathetic nervous system, which gets strengthened when we do yoga, when we meditate, when we breathe, when we have our legs and hips and heart higher than our brain. I'll show you later in the studio specific exercises to increase and heal your body by strengthening the parasympathetic nervous system. So you have the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. Going back to the sympathetic nervous system is an overuse of your stress hormones. What it does, it puts your body consistently in survival mode. And the body is not meant to be consistently in survival mode. It cannot function. The body is either in growth and repair or in survival mode. This means that if you are too much in the sympathetic nervous system is overactive, too much stress, too many hormones of stress, your body can't repair. Now think about this. If you are constantly under stress, your work, your home life, there's consistently something. And that means your sympathetic nervous system is overworked, constantly overworked. This, like I said, means that the parasympathetic nervous system, the part that controls growth and repair, cell renewal, all of that falls at the wayside. Because the body cannot, like I said, it cannot be in both. It's either in survival mode or in growth and repair. So, another point I want to make, I want you to be aware of, the lining of your gut, as an example, the lining of your gut, the cell renewal that is involved in that. Well, it changes, it replaces itself every 3 to 4 days. Now, if your body is constantly in hormones of stress, you have an overactive sympathetic nervous system, the cell renewal just can't happen because it can't be in both. We're not meant to be in both. We're not meant to be mostly in the having an overactive sympathetic nervous system. We're supposed to be mostly run by the parasympathetic nervous system. So, a lot of people, when they're constantly under so much stress, like I mentioned before, there's part of the brain that shuts down. Short-term memory sometimes gets very blurry. Even long-term memory can get very blurry. It's crisis upon crisis upon crisis. And I've worked with enough millionaire and billionaire CEOs to know this. They shut down and they start relying less and less on other people. And it affects everything. Their immune system, it affects their thinking, it affects any level of brain coherence. It gradually goes out the window. And it becomes addictive. That kind of stress is actually quite addictive to a lot of people. They would never admit it, but it's like that becomes normal. So they're always operating in that mode. Now, it's very hard to be around, and it's very hard for the person that is involved in it because you don't really see it. It's so vital that when you're experiencing symptoms of an overactive sympathetic nervous system, that you try to balance out your life by stretches, breathing exercises, yoga, if you can make time for it. Because it automatically kicks you into strengthening your parasympathetic nervous system and brings your body back to growth and repair.